Yeah, could you just give us any information you can about the arrests in regards to the Skinner Park shooting?
I don't want to get in front of the prosecutor. We're submitting a warrant request, but I will not call them persons of interest. I will call them suspects. I'm confident that we have the right individuals, highly confident. Originally, we had 2 persons detained the same day of, and we were able to quickly identify that they had nothing to do with it and that they were uninvolved, and we did what we were supposed to do. We released them ASAP. But today, based off of information that we received from the community tips, and I want to thank the community for coming forward and giving us information. So basically, the first day when I was out there, the community had already told me who did it. So I knew. But it's a matter of being able to prove it. And so my officers at the Detroit Police Department, my homicide detectives, they have done a phenomenal job based off community tips, based off of technology, based off of just relentless, good police work. We were able to quickly apprehend the right persons to be able to bring them to justice. And fairly shortly, I'm sure that Prosecutor Worthy will be able to update you and give you more specifics, but I will never get in front of the Wayne County prosecutor and just want to do it by the book.
So those persons of interest are the actual suspects?
No.
So it's
No.
2 more people?
Yep, those 2 people who we apprehended day of were uninvolved, had nothing to do with it. The people who we arrested today, we've done search warrants at locations. We have arrested 2 individuals, and we know and we definitely believe, and like I said, highly confident that we have the right people.
Are they teens?
Yes.
What charges did you submit, or request for charges did you submit? Are you
the prosecutor will submit? But of course it'll be homicide.
Yeah. Any additional charges?
No, at this particular point, and so we're still, but I'm not going to get in front of the prosecutor. She makes charging decisions. We make recommendations.
And then do you have any more information to share regarding like what led to the shootings?
A dispute. Dispute. I'm not going to get into that right there, but it's the typical thing, like I said, when I first reported out, a matter of disrespect, an altercation, somebody being ashamed, and resorting to violence. And we see too much of that. When teenagers have guns, and it just leads to things of this nature. And so I want to thank my community violence intervention individuals for getting out there too, because we need a lot more of that community violence intervention to be able to help our young folks and some of our adults resolve conflict in a peaceful manner.
Were any of the victims the intended targets? Obviously not the 4-year-olds, but
I absolutely believe so. Yes. But it'll be more to come on that. But absolutely, just like I suspected.
Why were they at the park?
I'm not gonna go there. That'll come out. I mean, they was at the park. When you say why was who at the park? Who?
The teenagers. 18-year-old, 17-year-old.
That'll come out too. That I'm not gonna get into why they were at the park. It was their neighborhood.
Wait, so both teens were the intended targets that were shot, or just one of them?
I can't go.
Okay, at least one of them was the intended target.
It'll be more to come. You will get it all, but I can tell you right now that we have the right individuals. And what's just sad about it is, even though we've apprehended them, I can't bring anybody back. And so, anytime I got a report, it does make me feel, it does give me a level of comfort that we have arrested and we brought some closure to the family. But we still can't bring little 4-year-old back.
Did those arrests happen in the area of Ohio Street? We saw a police presence there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And lastly, just the importance of, finding these people quickly and getting them into custody and giving that closure to the families.
That's so important. And so I haven't had a good night's sleep since that incident happened. And I have been calling my detectives not every day, hours, every other hour, saying, where are we? Where are we? And so I just want to say that they haven't slept either, and they've done a phenomenal job in being able to bring some closure to the family. And I want to thank ATF, FBI, Michigan State Police. this has been a collaborative effort of all hands involved, all hands on deck involved, and just everybody from the community who's reached out and said that, hey, we're praying for you, Chief. We're praying for this community. We need to get these individuals off the street. And it's just been comforting to know that the community is really stepping up. And I'm going to do my walk a mile Wednesday, and I'm out here in the neighborhood. As you can see, look at this community support right here. The community is sick and tired of this, but we really have to do things to get our young people activities during the summer months. And so I'll be working to make sure that we, along with our community violence intervention groups, our pastors, our just everybody, our philanthropic folks, that we ensure that young folks have something to do and that we inspire them and that they have hope. And when you do that and when you reach them, at that point, you can have an ability to resolve conflict.
Last question for you, Chief. We had heard that, in the last week, at least 5 children have been shot. 3 on that Skinner Field the next day, 2 more, I think Mark Twain. Was it? Has there been any other, people 19 and under who have been shot within this week? And what do you make of those numbers?
It's been a total of 6, and so it has the same theme. It's been altercations that have led to conflict, and the common denominator is these teens shouldn't have guns. And so when it comes to parental responsibility, check your teens' rooms. Ensure that they don't have access to your firearms, because when they do, things like this happen.
Where was the 6th? What was that 6th one?
We just had one over last night in the Martin Luther King homes.
Oh, okay.
And so
Was it teenager?
yeah, I believe 18.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
But the thing about it is, I have the best officers in the country. We have the best technology, and we're solving cases, but that's after the fact. And so the preventative piece is what's really going to change it. And I'm confident, as you can see, I got community behind me. I got so many people stepped up, and you're going to see a lot more from us on the preventative end too, to stop the violence.
Obviously a very big weekend ahead. What do you want to say to all the teens out there?
I want to say to their parents, know where your teens are. It is one thing to tell a parent to be responsible, but if you know better and you see, step up and help somebody, help your neighbor. Everybody doesn't even know what being responsible is. But for those who know, let's be a mentor to a whole family. And so you're going to see a whole lot of this police chief this summer. You're going to see me riding buses. You're going to see me not only just walking a mile, you're going to see me everywhere, because I believe in being boots on the ground, and we're going to make a difference, and you make a difference by being present. So I will be present, not only during the summer months, but the winter months. We're going to get this right. So I got to get ready.
Thank you. Thank you so much.